So you'll remember from the previous video we arrived at Hiva Oa. Hiva Oa is one of the Marquesas islands. So this video is just our sailing around the Marquesas, Hiva Oa, Tahuata and Nuku Hiva. Yeah, the Marquesas. Manta Ray in the water here below us, on our way to town. Oh, a little bit of wildlife. And Viento del Mar is over there. In town, is over there. This is Hiva Oa main town centre on a Saturday morning. A little roadside picnic with other yachties while we were waiting to go check in. And all checked in via the post office. Every country has its own little way of doing the customs and immigration.
And a good view to wake up to. That. Yeah, it's 6 in the morning and the moon is going down over the mountain. Sorry, croaky voice, just woke up.
As per normal, the best way to explore the area was by surf ski, and some great paddling around these islands. It's a chicken and pasta night, Sunday evening, Hiva Oa, and we got that behind us. So that peak there is 1,216 meters high. Table Mountain's 1,000 meters high, 1,000 and a bit, and that's 1,200. It's quite an impressive peak. So if you ever come to Hiva Oa, this is the shortcut to town. Comes through there, so you just go across the beach along here, don't fall down there, and it's a rough path, but it cuts out about 1 kilometer. Now that's the road round, that's the shortcut. A little bit tricky, but worth it. This is looking down from the road to town into the bay. Viento del Mar rolling around at its anchor over there. Still got to clean that hull, look at that. That's my job for the day, clean that scum line along the bottom. Tidy the old girl up. And that's the walk. And time to clean off all the barnacles and gooseneck barnacles that had collected over on our Pacific crossing. Always a wonderful job. And Hiva Oa Bay, in a harbour there, quite full, so we couldn't get in there. Little harbour, that's where the dinghy is, and that's the outer sort of bay, Viento del Mar down there. Tanuki, who we helped through the Panama Canal, over there. It's Simone and Richard, Sabina and Richard, sorry. Pretty bay. First bread in 3 weeks. Oh, a baguette, fresh baguette, unbelievably good. Miss my bread, staple diet. Alright, we're all ready. We're heading off to a nearby island that's got some proper beaches we can anchor off. And we're coming back to Hiva Oa 2 or 3 days time probably. But that's Hiva Oa for now. We have checked in properly, yellow flag is down. So that's Hiva Oa. We came in here at night, so this is the first time we've seen it from the sea in the day. Yeah, it's very, very mountainous. Very Jurassic Park type look about it. No dinosaurs. That's where we were anchored. And off we go to, I'll tell you in the next clip which island. I never remember these names. Okay, there it is. That's where we're going. You can see us coming out there. We're going to go through there, through this gap, and around to that bay over there on Tahuata Island. Okay, you've never heard of Tahuata Island? Neither have I. Coming up to Tahuata Island, I think it is. And this is the sort of gap between Tahuata and Hiva Oa. Cutting through the gap here. Beautiful day. Nice following seas, following winds, and just a leisurely sail to Tahuata, I think it is. And anchored down at Tahuata Island, something like that, in a little bay. And apparently that beach over there is the only white sand beach in the Marquesas Islands, and we found it. Really pleasant. Fairly average sunset here on Tahuata Island. Beautiful bay we're in. Peaceful. Except my generator again, which is probably annoying everyone in the anchorage. But I just need to pep the batteries up a bit. But look at that. Wow. Awesome paddling again, above and below the water. Bit of filming while paddling. Enough of us. This is a much better looking paddler. So we're doing surgery on the Starlink dish. We're going to try and deactivate the motors so it doesn't hunt for a satellite and stays level. It has now moved itself into the stowed position, and I'm hoping it goes back to the flat position. Let's see. Yeah, it's searching, and obviously all it's finding is a seat. Hopefully it gives up and goes horizontal. The struggle continues, cleaning the scum line. And yeah, fire's going. Beach bra here at Tahuata Island Bay, Hanamanaoni Bay, and yeah, terrible place for a beach bra. Del Mar. Yeah, there. Yeah, a little bit of a squall in the background. We'll keep an eye on that. Fire's getting ready. The bar is busy. Little hors d'oeuvre, or what do they call it? Aperitif. And yeah, it's a bit of a beach shack effort here.
Survivor.
Survivor. Look at that. Sunset top. And there it is. Pork, burger patties, pasta, spuds, and a pretty average setting. Desperate for a run or a walk, we set off on what we thought was a hiking trail It was just jungle. It beat us back and we couldn't find our way through. But we tried. We got about 2 k's into the bush. The next few clips just of the underwater life around Tahuata Island. I've got the pronunciation right, I think. But yeah, stunning underwater stuff. I found myself in the middle of a massive school of fish. The sound you can hear, that is that whoosh sound, that is the fish as they swim by. I swam through the shoal to get to the stingrays underneath. But a million fish. It's not a reef, it's not grass, not rocks. That is fish. It's a big school of fish. I swam through it yesterday, or snorkeled through it, and millions of fish. Thick. They're about 20 centimeters in size. And then I casted a lure into them later, and all the little jacks, the predators around them, had a feast on my lure. And it was great fun hooking one after another, but released them. Just good fun. Don't think the fish thought it was that much fun. But yeah, catch and release sometimes. And there was Tanuki heading off to the Tuamotu Islands. They were our neighbouring boat once again. Best way to get rid of them is to lift a camera. Yes. There's a lot over there, look at that. Yo.
We were promised.
Thursday 8th of June, and we are leaving for Nuku Hiva today from Tahuata Island. Beautiful anchorage it's been, and yeah, in about an hour's time we'll be getting ready, but in the meantime it's R&R in preparation for a night sail. We're sailing overnight through to Nuku Hiva. 12:30 in the morning, that's 00:30 on Friday the 9th of June on night watch. So the situation, we left Hiva Oa, here's Nuku Hiva coming up. You can see it right over there, that's Nuku Hiva. That's our destination, that's us. Going past Hiva Oa, I think it is. And yeah, we expected to arrive around about, giving us 9 o'clock if we go slow. Otherwise earlier, about 7 o'clock in the morning we expecting to arrive. And we have got 32 nautical miles left. So nice, got the sea on the beam, so it's a bit lovely. The sea is on the side, and yeah, it's a bit rock and roll. but the wind is good. We've got 12 knots of wind. You can see it on the beam there. And the radar is clear, nothing, no squalls, no weather, and no other boats around us. Nice quiet evening. So yeah, easy, fairly easy sail across. And cheers to Tahuata and Nuku Bay. What a really cool, fantastic little anchorage. Lovely beach, beach dry. We tried to hike into the jungle, but we couldn't. It fought us back. Really good. Off to Nuku Hiva. 90 miles to go, so we're sailing it overnight, hoping to get there at first light tomorrow. We expect to have 50 knots on the beams coming from the side, maybe a little bit behind the beam, a little bit behind us, but it should be good. We'll throw some lines in now. We need to catch some food for Nuku Hiva. Yeah, that's it, leaving Hiva Oa and Tahuata and champagne sailing. We are cruising downwind, almost dead downwind. You can see 120 odd degrees and a comfortable 6.5 knots, 6.8 knots, heading straight into the sun, heading west to Nuku Hiva. Irish is getting the dinner ready. Looks like we're getting a pot. We have got the jib rolled up quite a bit, you can see. You can see the mainsail is well reefed down to second reef. That'll be us for the night. Yeah, here we go, to a bumpy night. And that's sunrise coming into Nuku Hiva. A bit of a rolly night. We had the sea on the side, as I said, but there it is, Nuku Hiva. Heading straight into the middle of it, and that's pretty much the whole island over there. Always a rain cloud hanging over these islands. Good morning, Nuku Hiva. Coming into Tahuata Bay on Nuku Hiva. Quite an impressive little island. We're going in there somewhere. The bay goes in there, Tahuata Bay, and that's the island. And anchored down in Nuku Hiva, Tahuata Bay. Quite a scenic, dramatic anchorage. And it's fish market day here, Saturday morning in Nuku Hiva. This is the Hiva Tiki. Yeah, quite a big tiki on the hillside overlooking the bay. French warship, yeah, watching over the islands. This is Nuku Hiva, the town. Oh, very neat A French touch to it. Really just a village. Irish, Irish. Ah, sorry, there you are. That's the wrong Irish. And there it is. That's the highest tiki in the Pacific Ocean. The tallest one, apparently. And that's the warrior protecting the woman, apparently. And the woman is the all-important in the Marquesan culture. So they say on the info board over there. Not my best choice of places to pose underneath the warrior's loincloth. And there's the tiki on top of the hill. There she is with her warrior. We started our early morning hike up to the lookout point over the sea. This is I think the French governor's house. Something French. But it looks very official, and they've got the prime position on the bay. Got a hike today with Socrates, legend of circumnavigating the world. This is the Eskom of Nuku Hiva. That's the generator that supplies the whole island. And it's running, it's working, and yeah, no such issues here. Okay, so my fear is that we are heading up there. And that looks very high and very far. Let's have a look. Looks like it may be worthwhile though. It's the entrance to the bay. I can zoom in right probably into their garage there. Okay, no war secrets there, no nuclear weapons. Here we are at the top. Well, the top is actually way up there, but or stand on and get your picture now. Awesome views. And there's the whole of Nuku Hiva Bay. Very impressive. And while we were up on the lookout looking out to see who should we see coming into the inlet is Raven. Remember Raven with across the equator? They did this equator crossing ceremony for us. Dave and Arlene. We sent them these videos and pictures, and they were most appreciative of some unique views of their boat sailing. So just a bit on Jean Socrates, who hiked with us. In fact, she invited us to the hike and almost outwalked us. Jean is 77 years old. She is the oldest woman to circumnavigate the world solo, unassisted, non-stop. She's done that twice. Just recently, someone else, an older guy, broke her record, but she's the only one to have done it around the three capes: Cape Horn, Cape of Storms, and Cape Leuven in Australia. So she's a proper legend of sailing. Right, we're ready for shopping and off to town. And It's a bun fight at the dinghy dock today. Right, let's go shop. So we got the shopping done, just back, and we got eggs, plenty of the stuff to process once we've eaten the provisions to clean up the mess. Baguettes, some will go in the deep freeze, and a little bit more over here. Carrots, plenty marge, raisins, Irish's ketchup, and for my treat, there's my treat there, that top deck. Whoa. Leaving Tahuata Bay on Nuku Hiva. We just off for 2 days to Daniels Bay to go hike the waterfall. Captain Aiken's taking us out. All under control, we hope. Anchor came up well and we're on our way. It's only an hour sail, so we'll just motor it and maybe put out the jib if we want. Lazy sail. This is Nuku Hiva. We're sailing along the southern coast to Daniels Bay. Yeah, very dramatic coastline. Sorry, we've just wrapped the jib. Let me just go check the jib. Entering Daniels Bay. I think it's Tikis Bay, something like that. But Daniel used to be the guy that was the caretaker of the bay. He's passed on. His son has now taken over. It's still called Daniels Bay. And then from there is the hike up to the waterfall we want to do tomorrow. Quite a famous waterfall. So we're going into that little bay there. We're coming in from here, and that little channel there at the moment is in the sun, directly in the sun. So we're trusting the charter and hoping it takes us straight into that little bay. But we're straight into the sun, not easy. And it's quite dramatic cliffs and rocks that we don't want to go greet. And that is sunset. It's going behind the mountain, and it's only 4:15 in the afternoon. So this part of the world, behind the mountains, sunset's early, 4:15. So here we are coming into a beautiful bay with this massive mountain overlooking the bay. Should be impressive in the morning. And coming into the bay, sure. We'll be anchoring down there. Hey, looks like there's a beach. Yeah, very impressive scenery. And anchor down. Here's the bridle on. Oops, that one's wrapped around the cleat. I'll sort that out. But in the meantime, this is Daniels Bay. So up that valley there, we hike tomorrow to get up to the waterfall. Now, only us and 4 other boats here. Very dramatic. Look at that. Yeah. Stunning. A good view to wake up to here in Daniels Bay. The sun just come over the horizon and lighting up the bay. Hike into there today somewhere, hopefully today, and it's a little bit brighter than that. Lots of rain last night, and it's going to be a muddy slosh. Here we are on the beach at Daniels Bay, on our way to head off for a hike, and yeah, that's Daniels Bay. Into Del Mar over there. And not too busy, nice quiet anchorage. Sure, some stunning scenery here. Got the little stream. Got the photo bomber over there. And it's actually someone's garden that. At the foothill of that lot. Wow. Real Jurassic Park looking cliffs those. Little river crossing. This is actually their road, believe it or not, down to their village. That there. So our guard over there. Okay, we've come to a crossing. Kids are straight in there. Let's see how we go. This could go wrong. Whoa! Didn't want to get his feet wet. I'm expecting a Tyrannosaurus Rex or a pterodactyl to come around the next corner. Oh, you're okay. Okay, he looks okay. And has to be. There's no other way out of here, maybe a helicopter, but I don't even think a helicopter is going to get down through that gap. That is just sheer cliff face. Must be, I guess, 400 meters straight up there. Very difficult to capture the for want of a better word, the awesomeness of this. It's absolutely incredible. We're in sort of a gorge here. It must be, as I say, at least 400 meters high to the top there, and incredibly high. And I think the sun only gets down into this little gorge here probably for an hour a day, and then it's over the other side. Incredible. We're motoring straight into wind back to the main bay on Nuku Hiva from Daniels Bay, and it's about an hour straight bashing into about 16 to 20 knots of easterly wind. I won't hold the camera too long because we're about to get a big spray over the front, so it's a choppy one for about an hour. We're trying to hug the coast for some protection from the wind, but we don't want to get too close to that lot. And the problem being is if we do have an engine failure or a problem, you've got to have space in time to get away. But yeah, one plus side of a catamaran, we've got another motor if one fails, but if they both fail, we put the jib out, the foresail, and as quick as we can and all out of trouble is the plan. Still don't want to get too close. And we finally found the local beer, Inano Tahiti, a great beer, so we've taken to it. Yeah, that was our passage beer after Daniels Bay. And cheers Nuku Hiva. Been good. That's the end of the Marquesas archipelago for us, and we are off to the Tuamotus, 4 or 5 days away. we go. Got a little bit of a storm, a little squall already putting pressure on us. So here we go. So off we went to the Tuamotu Atolls, also part of French Polynesia, also owned by the French. It was a 4-day sail. It was a rough 4-day sail, but you'll see it in the next my next video offering.